Welcome to Second Scene, your guide to art in Chicago. I'm Haley Gates, and today I'll be talking a little bit about Madonna Della Strada Chapel in Rogers Park. Situated on Loyola University Chicago's Lakeshore campus and overlooking Lake Michigan. This podcast is a companion to the self-guided walking tour web story posted on my website. Today's episode will be more focused on behind the scenes, discussing some of the not public art in the chapel that I have been lucky enough to see. So after listening to this podcast, check out that article and the accompanying video on my website to learn more about the art in Madonna Della Strada you can view for free right now. Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor. Second Scene is brought to you by WLUW 88.7 FM, Loyola University Chicago's student-run independent radio station. Broadcasting commercial-free from the School of Communication in downtown Chicago, WLUW broadcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and streams worldwide. Visit WLUW.org for more information and to listen online. Again, that's WLUW.org. A few years ago, as a student in Dr. Rebecca Rubar's course, Art in the Catholic Tradition, I was lucky enough to get a tour of the artwork in Madonna Della Strada. I had never walked into the chapel before that day in class, despite having lived on Loyola's Lakeshore campus for a whole year. I remember walking in and being swept away by the luminescent gold murals and shining white walls, adorned with the sweet-smelling incense that filled the room. That initial tour was actually the genesis for the Chapel Walking Tour article and video project on my website. However, there are some artworks in the chapel outside of public view, specifically Catholic relics and the storied, spooky underground crypt, that I was lucky enough to see with my own eyes during that guided tour. The Catholic relics of saints inside Madonna Della Strada are situated in the Reconciliation Room, meaning they're accessible to those coming to the chapel for confession, but not to the general public. In the Catholic Church, a relic is a physical object associated with a saint or Jesus Christ. Derived from the Latin word for remains, the relics are meant to foster devotion and honor the holy life of the person. The 5 relics in Madonna Della Strada are from St. Francis of Assisi, St. Kateri Tekakwitha, St. Francis Xavier Cabrini, St. Clare of Assisi, and a piece of the true cross of Christ. All of the relics are small and nearly unidentifiable, but framed in beautiful locket-like cases with detailed ornamentation. I remember feeling odd that pieces of holy figures and objects from hundreds or even thousands of years ago were sitting in front of me, despite being almost unrecognizable. Although the line between genuine artifact and devotional object is somewhat blurred for many relics, it was still amazing to consider the possibility that the objects in front of me had once belonged to such important historical and theological figures. A slight shiver crawled down my spine while looking at the relic of St. Francis of Assisi, but it was nothing compared to what I felt when I went down into the crypt. Behind the chapel's main altar, down a rickety set of wooden stairs, there lies a crypt beneath Madonna Della Strada Chapel. The crypt is the burial place of Ivan and Isabel McKenna, who were a supporter of the Madonna Della Strada's construction in the 1930s, according to Loyola University Chicago's archives. The crypt has also served as a space for priests to have Mass, reflecting a Jesuit Catholic tradition of using crypts as spaces for worship and celebration that dates back to the Roman Empire. Priests would use an underground tunnel that led from the old Jesuit residence located on what is now the East Quad to enter the crypts during cold winter months. The crypt, despite its dark and dusty nature, also holds beautiful art meant to inspire worship. It has its own altar adorned with beautiful mosaic portraits of Jesuit saints and a stunning fresco mural of the Holy Trinity, framed by colorful angels blowing long golden horns. Overall, Madonna Della Strada is more than just a site for worship on Loyola's Lakeshore campus. It is a beacon of local and global art history, where anyone and everyone can be exposed to awe-inspiring artworks and historical objects. That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope this has provided some insight into the unknown art inside and underneath Madonna Della Strada. This is Haley Gates, and as always, thanks for listening to Second Scene, and please check out hmgates.my.canva.site for more episodes.